Judy Collins in Langhorne. Gonna give her a handful of different items priced out a couple different ways. So just check the job notes and the estimates and all that to see what she accepts, what she doesn't. Also wants a price on mowing. So it is a little bit of an odd property. Access is a little bit difficult. So it's right by the train tracks here in Pendel. It's actually right off of the main road. The driveway is extremely steep, so I would not think that you'll be able to get anything in the driveway in terms of like a dump trailer or anything like that. So that will be a little bit of a challenge. It's not the busiest road in the world, which is good. So, but anyway, you really have to park everything. You have to park on the street. I mean, unless you feel there's some way, but I think we might risk doing damage or doing, scraping the jack on the driveway, or I would just feel uncomfortable with the slant of it and having the trailer in here. So anyway, parking the streets, my highly recommendation for any landscaping work, and even the mowing. Obviously we'll just leave it, stay in the street, make sure you got cones out and stuff. Again, not the busiest of roads, but so a couple different things here. So first, I'm going to price her on removing this old wood here, including what's in these baskets here. So you got some wood here, and then you have a little bit over there as well. So that'll be one line item to just get rid of it and haul it away. Next will be trimming and shaping of everything. So I walked with her, but she basically said just use your judgment on what you think's ready to be trimmed, what's not, whatever, do your thing. So you guys kind of know at this point, do your thing on shaping up and things of that sort. So we'll kind of walk. So bed prep, black mulch, do our usual string trimming, shaping of the ivy here, fresh mulch install all here. I didn't say it too, but I'm also going to price out, and I think she'll definitely go for this one, but just a yard cleanup. The back's not terrible, but there's definitely some leaves back here to clean up, a tarp or two's worth. So yard cleanup, front yard we'll get out there, but that'll be a yard cleanup as well. So back here you get your black mulch, lightly trim this stuff, cut that back a little bit, prune and shape that, cut that back some, basically use your judgment, trim up and shape up the ivy. I would leave that corner tree, probably leave that alone completely. Here's the rest of that wood, like I said, to get rid of. Trim and shape this. You have a double wide gate there too, FYI for access. Trim and shape that, mulch install, cut that back a little bit. It's like a tree stump basically. This I would maybe just leave alone. It looks like it might be shot. I would just cut out these really, really dead ones, and I would just leave these alone completely. I mean, maybe there's a chance it'll green up in the spring, but Lariape, cut them back, cut all that yellow crap out and cut them a little bit shorter. You could just cut this away, lightly trim and shape that. Obviously leaves and bed cleanup. You got some little grassy plants, cut them back. Shape this up. Tall grass is cut all the way down flat, 6 inches high or whatever, all here. Clean up all the leaves and mulch all here, and then general yard cleanup here. Bed's not in too bad a shape there. Nothing really to do here, just got some leaves to clean up. Leaves clean up here, and then get into the front yard, same deal, bed prep. Try to create somewhat of an edge here for her. Cut these back, clean up these beds, cut these down, trim that back, clear out this whole bed here. This tree, I would probably just use your judgment, maybe just snip some of the low stuff. Wouldn't go crazy with doing anything, but anything that's really like outlandish sticking out, maybe cut. Maybe just some of the really low stuff cut. You want to, ideally over time, this would be more of an umbrella look. Cut back all these little ornamentals, you can cut them pretty much flat. Clean out the beds. And then along there, she said, like, use your judgment with trimming. So I wouldn't go crazy with any of the trimming of the evergreen trees there, but just lightly shape them up. Definitely blow out those beds really good. A lot of leaves kind of tucked up in there. You have hostas that are kind of like, looks like they probably never got cut last year, so you're going to end up kind of raking them up and cutting them a little bit. This tree wouldn't do too much at all. Maybe a very light umbrella trim on the bottom, and that's about it. I wouldn't go crazy with that one. Like I said, here's a really good yard cleanup. She really emphasized that. You got sticks. Just pay attention to detail, leaves, all these little sticky balls. Really good cleaning up of that. And then the property goes like to here. I mean, I would get a little bit over because we know how that goes with leaves kind of blowing into our property. And just be careful, you've got a cliff here going to the road. So this is all her as well, but they do like having like all this brush kind of here to kind of hold everything in. But anyway, just do a general yard cleanup. Again, just use caution by the hill, obviously. Good clean up here. Don't got to do anything with this tree. And then I'm going to price it out separate for trimming these up, these 3 up, and just kind of shaping them a little bit. And then just some of this funky weird growth, just kind of cutting it out and getting rid of it. So I'll price that stuff as a separate line item. Just check the notes if she goes for it or what. And yeah, I would just like really try to blow this crap. She did make a note, can we clean up all the leaves down here? And you'll see for mowing purposes, we mow a little strip there. But yeah, it's a steep driveway. You'll see it in person. The video is probably not even doing justice, but yeah, so that is the scope of work.